this feels like you're going to fall off this bloody thing. It's not fast, but oh man, the first sensation feels weird, very weird. But it is beautiful. Wow. Okay fam, welcome to episode 5 of my Discover Sydney series. And basically guys, this is the Blue Mountains, very spiritual Aboriginal area, a lot of Aboriginal stories, which I'll go through some of the main or famous ones down here. But there you go guys, the famous Blue Mountains. And I'll explain to you a little bit why it's called the Blue Mountains as well. But wow guys, this area, I haven't been here for a little while. Once you get here, you just realise or appreciate how beautiful this part of Sydney, although we're just outside of Sydney, but this part of Sydney is. But there you go guys, today's episode. Let's check it out. Okay fam, so the Three Sisters just behind me, which is where we're going to walk to. And as you can see, I'm at a place called Echo Point. A lot of tourists here guys, very busy. But they've got buses down here, trains down here from the city, obviously visiting Australia, visiting Sydney, which is what a lot of you guys will be doing at some point. But guys, as you can see behind me, Blue Mountains, this is Echo Point, where the main viewpoints are of the Three Sisters, and how you get to the Three Sisters walking down there. You've also got the visitors centre there for information about the area. But from these viewpoints guys, it shows you the majestic Blue Mountains, how big and deep it is. So this is your starting point, Echo Point, and then you go from here. Okay fam, and just behind my shoulder there, or let me point to them, just there are the famous Three Sisters, the Three Sisters rock formation, which is famous because it's an Aboriginal story on how they were created, why they're called the Three Sisters. Basically, the story is that Three Sisters were turned into stone because of things that had happened. I've got to get the full story, but it's an Aboriginal spiritual area, this whole area, I mean the whole place is spiritual. But if you look behind me there guys, you see that blue haze all along there, which is why it's called the Blue Mountains. And that comes off, I can't remember if it's the gum trees or the eucalyptus trees. So when they warm up, there's this blue haze. So when the initial explorers came out this area in the late 1700s, or early 1800s I should say, they just saw blue everywhere and they called it the Blue Mountains. But it's actually from the trees. From here when you're standing here, it's all green obviously, but from a distance when you're looking at it, it's all blue. And if you look there, you can see it looks all blue in the distance, and that's why they call it the Blue Mountains. But anyway guys, I'm heading for the famous Three Sisters. I'm going to try to get to at least, you can only get to one of them. The first one, which is just hidden behind, you can only see two of them at the moment. The other one's behind some trees there. But I'm going to walk down there next, and let's see what the trek is like to get down there. Okay fam, and to get to the Three Sisters, it's about a 20-minute return walk from the main area where the viewpoints are. So that's where I'm heading now, and it's through all this bush, natural bush, which is amazing as well. So you get to experience a bit of the nature of the Blue Mountains too. And quite a few people walking down there. Apparently it's a little bit of a trek, a little bit of a difficult walk. So we'll see how that goes when I get down there. But I'll be on the actual Three Sisters itself. Alright fam, so right behind me is the first of the Three Sisters there. As you can see, the mountains there, but I'll tell you what, it is a very steep walk. If you look up there, it's straight up the stairs and straight down as well. Wow, and it's a long drop, so you've got to be, if you're scared of heights or you're not too sure, you've got to be a bit careful. You're going down that way? People coming down, and the stairs are pretty tight. They're only really one way up, one way down. or one person up, one person down. So if you've got a group of people, and there's a few groups that come in, it can be a bit difficult. But that's it, guys, right behind you. But a very taxing walk. Okay, fam, as you can see behind me, the blue haze of the Blue Mountains, which is why it's called the Blue Mountains, from all the eucalyptus trees. When it heats up, you get that blue haze, so that's why it's called the Blue Mountains. But this walk goes all the way down to the bottom, and people are coming down still from behind me. A lot of tourists, guys, a lot of tourists coming down here, but the ones coming up are all huffing and puffing, so I'm not sure I'm going to go down that way. I'm going to go the other side to the waterfalls. Okay, fam, so now we're at Scenic World that you can see down here, and the Three Sisters is just on the other side over there. And basically when you get to Scenic World, this is where you get the cable car, which you can't see behind the trees there, and there's a cable railway that comes up there, and a railway that goes to the bottom. And it's $59 Australian for an adult to do all three as many times as you want, as long as you want. So good chance I'll be doing that to get to the bottom down there. And obviously down there you go through some bush trails and stuff like that, which should be interesting, so I'll give that a go in a sec as well. But there you go, guys, this is Scenic World, so this is where you get all your cable cars and everything else. I'm just waiting for one to come up here, because I think they're going to stop. Okay, they're going to stop down there when it comes up. But when it comes up, I'll film that as well. Okay, fam, and that's one of the main cable cars coming up from the bottom of the valley. Wow. That comes all the way up here to the Scenic World. And then you've obviously got the beautiful views of the Blue Mountains there, up to the Three Sisters, which is just on the other side there. That's where I'll be getting to come back. Fits quite a lot of people in it. Okay, fam, so that's the Scenic Railway that is going to go down to the bottom of the rainforest. Now, you heard the lady, the steepest railway in the world. There he goes.
You can come and sit with me. Okay, you want to sit with me?
Okay, fam, so this is the steepest railway in the world. And we sit on an angle because I've got a feeling we're just going to drop. Man, this feels... Oh, shit! Oh my god! Shit! I know you can't see nothing. Oh man! Go through the valley. Wow. Oh my goodness, this feels like you're going to fall off this bloody thing. It's not fast, but it, oh man, the first sensation feels weird, very weird. But it is beautiful. Wow. Oh, man, that made my heart go. Anyway, let's see what happens when we get to the bottom. Alright guys, I made it one piece. And that's the train going back up. And as you can see, it is straight up. And that's where we are when we get down to the bottom here. Oh, man. Okay, fam, so once we're at the bottom of the Blue Mountains, it's a rainforest down here. How beautiful. Wow. If you're into your fauna and flora, into your nature, and this walk, if you can see there behind me, it's purposely made for this area. So wow, it feels like you're in a, I don't know, like Jurassic Park or something. Oh man, is that the Three Sisters there? Oh no, that's another rock. Oh boy. So I can't show you that one, guys. It goes up in between those trees there, but look at that behind me. We're literally in a rainforest. Wow. So I definitely recommend doing this walk. Apparently it's a 10-minute walk up to the cable car. but it is amazing. Wow, mine, bloody, honestly, it feels like Jurassic Park. Okay fam, so I'm at the bottom of the rainforest. Beautiful walking around here, honestly. It feels like in another world. So we came down on the scenic railway, which is the steepest railway in the world, but I'll be going back up on the scenic cable car. And that's it going up there. You'll see it just as it crosses the beam there. So this is where you get on, you go back up. And remember, this is all in the cost of the ticket price, 60 or 59 Australian dollars. You see it going up there. I'll bring it around. There it goes. And guys, it goes all the way to the top up there. So that was pretty steep coming down there, guys, honestly. But this one is, it stays level. So it goes up and you're still standing level. Whereas the scenic railway, you actually sat on an angle and you actually felt like you're going to fall. So it was interesting. It was actually fun, to be honest. Anyway, we're going to go back up on there soon.
I'm going to take you
Off we go.
on this lovely journey back up to Scenic World, 220 metres.
Here you go, listen to the
Back
guy.
up to the top.
220
Go
metres.
straight ahead, Katoomba Falls, everyone. You got the Skyway up there, nice timing. Katoomba Falls, one of the big waterfalls up here in the mountains. Segmented waterfall, drops down onto a rock shelf, cascades, and then it comes down again into the Katoomba River out there. That Katoomba River is out in the middle of the valley, and it weaves its way right through the valley. And at the same time, for millions of years, it's been carving out this valley as well. Now, all that water gets down into the Warragamba Dam. So the mountains is very important to Sydney's drinking
I'll let the guy tell you.
water. Okay, so all this water heads down into Lake Burrawaranga.
7 seconds till your plane hits the floor.
Okay, so we did the railway.
On the left-hand side, the Katoomba waterfall is coming up as well. The Katoomba waterfalls on the left-hand side.
And we are floating above everything. Wow. Because they're talking, guys, it's a little bit loud, but full of tourists, And you can see down here, the waterfalls are down there. I can see some people down there, but it is a long way down, guys. It's pretty comfortable, it's pretty smooth as well. This sort of stuff. And guys, that's all included in your $59. Okay fam, so that's the Skyway we just come on. I couldn't film properly the inside, there were just so many people. I think half of China's arrived in Sydney. They're all on this bloody trip to the Blue Mountains, which is good for them. But there it goes. So that's what we came on. There you go. And that goes all the way to the other side, over the valley. So literally only took about 2 minutes, I think. But as you can see, guys, lots of people on there. Wow. So there you go. So with your $59, it covers that, which is the Skyway. You had your train and your cable car, all of them there. And then they go back to Scenic World on the other side. I'm going to head over to the waterfalls. Alright fam, so I've made it to the Cascades and the waterfall, which is just down here. People climbed up the top up there. I'm not sure if I'd do that. Unfortunately, I didn't realise you can go in the water here. I would have worn something different. That would be so nice to sit underneath the water. Over there is where the best part is. That's where the waterfall's really coming down. But you can walk a little bit here, down here. And then the stream goes all the way through there. And people are walking all the way down there. But that up there is where it all comes down. Beautiful. And this is Katoomba Cascade. So when you come off that skyway, it's just off the skyway. Okay guys, I think this is a better view of the waterfall down here. Like I said, I didn't realise I would have worn something different to go in. Oh, that would feel so good getting in there. But it's pretty cool, so people can go in there, which is nice. They're all doing their photos. A lot of tourists, guys, heaps. And there you go, comes all the way down there. Check out all the tourists. People come prepared. They're already in their bikinis and stuff. I didn't realise you could swim and go in the water down here. Anyway, another part of this trip to the Blue Mountains, guys. Beautiful waterfall. Okay, fam, and how pretty is that? And again, you've got another walkway here where the waterfalls are. And you're amongst all these, I think they're called ferns, these plants, but wow, it is beautiful. Again, you feel like you're in Jurassic Park or something, and just down here, the stream keeps going all the way down here. And I said there's even people that have come down here and sitting in the water where it's a little bit quieter, quite a lot of tourists and people down that way there, but wow, how nice is that? But guys, just walking around here even, beautiful. Anyway, definitely worth a visit, guys, worth a visit when you come to Sydney. This is a bit of a day trip, this one though. I wouldn't do this just for a short time. I got here about 11. I'll be leaving soon. Remember, it's 2 hours from the city to get here by train. And the train costs on the weekend, I think about $6.80 or something. So it's not expensive one way. However, it's not expensive, that's just one way. But which is a lot cheaper than going to the airport. But for a 2-hour trip, that's really pretty good. And it's pretty comfortable as well. It's a city-link train, it's not a normal train, so it's a nice train as well. But there you go, guys. That's where you get when you come down to the waterfalls itself. Okay, guys, I'm at the famous Carrington Hotel, which is in Katoomba, and Katoomba is where you access the Blue Mountains from when you come into the area. And that hotel is very famous, been around a very long time. The gardens, very European, beautiful little spot. But that is the Carrington Hotel, and Katoomba is the area that you come to, and it's actually a nice little area. It's very unusual for Sydney. Different type of people live out here in the mountains. But we'll have a look through the area itself. There's a lot of houses, only one or two streets of shops. But again, we're in the mountains here, so different type of people that live out this way. Okay, fam, so this is the main street of Katoomba, and all little shops. But the interesting thing around here, guys, you've got a lot of antique sort of shops, selling antique clothes. People that live around here are a bit sort of more hippie-ish into their art and all this sort of thing. So it's a very different area of Sydney. And like I said, we're in the mountains, so we're not in Sydney. But this is the main road, and what you find here in Katoomba, guys, it actually snows down here. So in winter, which is like June, July, you can get snow here. Not all the time. Definitely sleets when it rains, when it gets cold, but it does snow in Katoomba. So we are in the mountains down here. And I'm just looking at all the old shops here, guys. So there's a lot of old restaurants, old style here in the mountains. But yeah, the area itself, very old. And the train station, I come by train, it's just here. I might grab something to eat before I go back. But as you can see, guys, when you look at all the shops here, still very old fashioned style. They've kept it very, and I think the people that live here like that. They've kept it very original, even back here. And all the houses and stuff like that, guys, are very, very old style as well. So again, it's quiet, it's a Sunday. Most of the tourists are going to head down to the lookouts and all this sort of thing. It's a very touristy area, but around here is more the locals. Most of the shops are closed. It is a Sunday, but it's a different type of people out here, but pretty cool. I mean, it's a different lifestyle when you're out in the mountains. But like I said, snowing and everything else, you think you're only 2 hours from Sydney Centre, but it snows out here in the winter. Okay guys, so here I am at Katoomba Station. Very old station. You don't see stations like this in Sydney anymore, they're all modern. But as you come out in the mountains, it's still got a bit of character, which is something I like. But that's the journey to Katoomba, guys. The main thing is, or the Blue Mountains, the main thing is the mountains, obviously. The Three Sisters, very famous. Interesting story, Aboriginal heritage. Old station here, old area. This goes back to the early 1800s when it was first discovered that you can cross the mountain ranges to get to the other side of Orange and Bathurst, those ways where, again, it snows down there. And like I said, it even snows down here occasionally, but in winter. But again, guys, beautiful little trip, a little day out, and I hope you've enjoyed it. And yeah, let's see what happens on our next Discover Sydney journey.